Hello everybody and welcome back to RogueTech, where we have a few repairs to undergo. So let's go ahead and do that. So let's get these repairs done as quick as possible here. And they're now done. Perfect. So we have 13 days until our financial report. We absolutely need to do something about that. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of pilot training here. We'll grab a point of piloting for boot camp. Anything else here? Yeah, actually, a point of tactics for Paladin. That's great. We always like to see those sensor rolls. Anything else? Nope, that's it. Okay, let's double check the mech bay, make sure that we don't need to do anything else. Looks great. And let's deploy. So we're mostly interested at this point, I feel like, in cash, right? This is a good one here. Especially since we're going to have a heavy air asset to do this with. So let's go ahead and check here. In terms of actual cash, it's like 300k for a priority salvage. Maybe we should just go like full cash with this one. Are we actually interested in salvage? I like to have at least one priority salvage. Let's do that just in case there's something we really, really want. So we have a max of 400 tons. We're at 395 right now, and I think this is okay. We've got a Nidhogg on our side. Let's go ahead and deploy this. Once again, we're not going to be bringing our heavies along, but that's fine. That's completely okay. We're fine with this. So we'll see what the Nidhogg is actually equipped with. I probably should have checked that, but, you know, it can be amazing or it can be just awful with those heavy air assets. It's hard to tell. Luckily, we've got our assaults, as well as 2 medium mechs, so we should be in a reasonable position for this. The real question is, what are we going to be up against? This is a 3 skull, so it could be almost anything, in theory. I may regret the 1 priority salvage, but we'll see. We need to destroy the Cretan Lance. Isn't it always just the Cretans? Due to logistical issues, we have only a single heavy air asset to task with the destruction of an isolated enemy force. We'd like to hire you to fill out the unit to full strength and provide support. With any luck, we won't have to do much more than confirm kills. Easy money, Commander. That's the goal.
Command interface initiated.
Right out in the open. Okay, so they are way over there. Can we land on the other side of this water? Yes, we can. We can actually land up this hill a little bit, and there's still more uphill. But overall, I think this location is probably... I don't like that. Yeah, that's better. This location is probably going to be our best bet. So let's see what we've got. The Nidhogg has ECM.
But it's a dry heat.
I'm picking up a new sensor trace. Looks like enemy reinforcements.
That's a real isolated enemy force they've got there. Okay, so Spiff is not able to move just yet. I'm going to reserve here, and we'll let this Phase 19 and Phase 20 mover move before we do.
Waiting for the shot.
Okay. Okay. That's fine. I'm going to reserve one more time. Okay, let's see what this guy has. AMS doing less work there, in all honesty.
Tickled.
Okay, now I'm comfortable with moving.
I'm receiving.
The Awesome is going to step forward over here. We're going to take a look at hit odds on this helicopter out here. That has a Gauss rifle on it. So we need to keep that in mind. 20% versus 23%. We're just going to pot shot the heavy PPCs. And that worked.
This is what happens when you hang out with bad people.
And that's why we take pot shots. On the off chance that it works. They've got another Gauss rifle out there. In fact, it's a yellow jacket. Okay. Our Salamander is going to step up to here.
Confirmed.
We're going to take a look at hit odds here. If we went guided direct, that'd be 40% on the Cyclone. If we went for standard flak, that'd be 52% on the yellow jacket. We'll take that. We can very, very likely shoot down this yellow jacket if we hit both of these.
Engaging.
I don't know that we did hit both of them. No, not really. Okay. In fact, we didn't hit either of them. We're going to move our Midran Centurion up into... I would love to get unobstructed LOS here. I don't think that's going to be a thing. We're going to position it here. And we're just going to fire on that Cyclone, I think. We'll wait till next round. We'll have sensors next round if we don't fail the roll. Pretty heavy missiles there, and that's fine.
Standing by.
At this point, the Nidhogg moves, and we're going to take the Nidhogg up over here. We see dual light AA missile racks. And dual HVAC-2s. We're going to fire the missile racks out at this yellow jacket.
Got it, Commander.
Okay. 60 damage into the yellow jacket
Out
there.
LRMs.
That's a Hunchy. And he's going to run pretty hot, I think. Not this round, though. Yeah, not this round.
Yes.
The Battle Master is going to make its way up over this direction. Here-ish. Yeah, we'll position here.
Speed.
And we're going to fire on that Cyclone. We're not firing the improved heavy laser, obviously. The rest of this will just pot shot.
Acknowledged.
Okay. We'll take it. That wasn't too bad.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Our Hunchy is going to position here,
Affirmative.
and it's going to look to shoot down that yellow jacket. Are we better off in listen kill here? Identical with Artemis. Okay.
Special delivery.
Okay, that's a pilot ejection, actually. It wasn't a kill, but
Ready for
we'll
orders.
take it. So the Battle Master is going to move up to... Both of these are obstructed LOS. I was hoping to get unobstructed. We'll take the cover, though, if we have to choose. We do see a Panther over there, as well as... What is this guy? An Archer. Okay. And there's the Shadowhawk and the Hunchback and the Cyclone. Sure. We're going to go for the Cyclone here. Hit odds aren't great, but we'll go for it.
Affirmative.
Well, that could have gone better.
Yes, Commander.
Our Centurion is going to move up to here. And now we can use the Midran.
Taking shot.
Solid hits there.
Score.
It's not
Critical hit.
quite unsteady, sadly.
They will be done.
The Awesome is going to pop out over here. And we're going to fire on that Cyclone again, but we can't fire all of our heavy PPCs. We're just going to fire like this.
Engaging target.
That's a kill. The moment I saw the trajectory of that heavy PPC, I was just like, it's over. Totally over. So the Shadowhawk moves up, fires on the Battle Master. Does very little there.
Damage minimal.
Fantastic.
Waiting for
The
orders.
Nidhogg is going to move in to rear arc here, I think, on the Shadowhawk. Although I'd like to move out a little further. Here would be ideal, but we can't quite make it to where I want to go. We're just going to position to here with the Nidhogg, and do we fire the light AA missile rack? What other aircraft are we going to fire this at? Let's do it.
Firing at enemy 6. My life is now devoid of meaning.
Perfect. I like it when you're like, oh, there is another aircraft. Okay, well, that's fine. I don't think we actually fired those. They might function kind of like streak weapons. Yeah. So we can fire those at the Yellow Jacket if it survives the
Standing
flak
by.
fire from the Salamander here.
Moving out.
So let's go ahead and do this. Are we better off in guided flak? No, that's awful. Okay.
Roger that. Target confirmed.
2 direct hits. The Yellow Jacket is still alive. The Panther is going to fire on the Nidhogg. We don't care. Okay, so I think we see all of the remaining enemies, right? There were 8 total. We've destroyed 3, so there should be 5. Yes, that is accurate. Is that all that Hunchback has?
Light damage, Commander.
Okay, light PPCs on the Archer.
Stop. You're just embarrassing yourself.
That's fine. So we're going to move up with our Hunchback, and our Hunchy is going to get into direct LOS of this Yellow Jacket, and let's see if we can take it down. There's a fair amount of internal damage there, and a pilot ejection. Okay, sounds good. Phase 22 is going to be this Shadowhawk. He's going to back off into the mineral field. Fires at our Hunchy, gets a fair amount of damage out, but we got some AMS in there. Actually, 0 from 22 hit from AMS.
Orders?
Okay, we're going to move up with our Awesome over to here. And I want to just fire the heavy PPCs, I think. Yeah. We're going to have some heat issues after this round, but light them up.
Over the red line.
Okay, only one hit there, sadly.
Waiting for
The Battle Master is going to step forward here and continue to fire on the Hunchy here. Now, we don't have the Ultra AC-10 available. I think we're just going to do a heat sink round here. Let's not fire the ER Smalls to sink additional heat.
Copy that.
So this isn't going to do much, right? But it gets a little armor chipped off of the Hunchy. And the Ultra AC-10 is now
Live to
unjammed.
serve.
We're going to move around to rear arc behind the Shadowhawk over here.
Onward.
And let's shoot at him. I don't know that we'll actually hit, but...
Your armor it is.
Okay, we did actually hit with both of those HVACs. Nice. Panther moves up, fires on the Nidhogg. This is fine. They are ECM'd after all. The Archer moves up, fires on the Nidhogg as expected. We don't care if the Nidhogg gets shot down, remember. It's completely fine.
Commander?
The Hunchy is going to sprint forward here. We don't have direct LOS, sadly. So we're going to take a look at these hit odds. 31% is getting there. I'm going to do it.
Firing on target. My heat.
Okay,
Getting
I'm
pretty
fine with
high.
this. So we're going to position the Centurion here.
Move into position.
Keep focusing the weak arc of this Hunchback. Sadly, our Midrin is jammed, but light him up.
And some of this.
As an arm destruction, takes out 2 medium lasers and a heat sink and makes him unsteady. The Midrin is now unjammed.
Yes, boss.
The Salamander is going to position here where we oddly have direct LOS on this Shadowhawk. I would like to fire this in direct guided mode. Now that's going to get us too much heat, so we're just going to fire 1 in direct guided mode. Nice. 100 damage straight into that CT. Hunchback firing on the Awesome. That's okay.
Damage is minor, Commander. Oh, it's on now.
And the Awesome is going to step forward here, and this round we're not going to fire the heavy PPCs, but we are going to fire the medium lasers and the Rocket 20.
Locked and loaded. Here it comes.
Good amount of damage there. We'll take it.
I'm out of short-range missiles. Commander?
The Centurion, at this point, is going to walk in over here. We're going to walk in onto the weak side. This is kind of exposing our rear arc. I'm aware of that. I'm actually going to walk in over here, I think. And we're going to do something along the lines of this. I think we don't use the precision Midrin ammo here. There we go.
Confirmed.
We did hit the melee attack. That's huge. This Hunchy is pretty dead. Maybe not from this round. We'll see. It'll be a knockdown.
That hit something good.
Not quite a knockdown, actually. But the Hunchback will definitely die this turn. So the Battle Master is going to move up and finish the battle, or rather finish the Hunchy. And we're going to do exactly that.
Taking the shot.
As a knockdown. And that's a pilot incapacitation.
Ready for
Okay,
orders.
the Nidhogg at this point, I think, is going to move up and start working on the Archer here. We'll ECM jam it. And this does appear to work like streak missiles. It only fires if the roll succeeds. Yes. So, yeah, we'll keep rolling that.
May I interest you in
Okay.
Melting armor.
25 more damage to that archer, or rather 50 more damage to that archer. Shadowhawk moves up. Fires on the salamander. We don't care. It can do that. The salamander will respond by stepping forward
Move order received.
and firing on this guy with guided direct arrow 4s.
Locking on target.
We missed both of those on 65%. That's a little unfortunate, but that's okay. So at this point, the Panther moves up. Fires on that Centurion. We're okay.
Systems holding.
That's fine.
Waiting for orders.
The Hunchback can position here and can now fire directly on that Shadowhawk. Are we better off with Deadfire? Not at this range. Okay, so we're obviously having some heat issues. We're only going to fire the single LRM-15.
Right, Commander.
That's fine. And now the Archer moves. It's still ECM jammed. Got a little bit of damage out there, but we're fine with this. Completely okay.
Commander.
Our Battle Master is going to move in, and honestly, we can go for the rear arc kick on this Shadowhawk. That's going to be devastating for him.
Roger that. You want to go? Let's go.
Less devastating than I'd hoped, but still pretty devastating. Yeah, a lot of that ended up hitting the arm and leg. I did expect the Panther to move up that way. The plan here is for the Centurion to respond to the Panther. So that should be fine.
Commander.
The Nidhogg is going to continue circling the Archer here. I would like... Yes, this
I'm
position.
your spaniel.
Light up that rear arc. What? We don't have rear arc. It said we had rear arc. Okay.
Commander.
I'm sad now.
On
This
the
is my
way.
sad face. Well, we're going to fire on this Shadowhawk, and we're going to do quite a lot to it. I'm only going to fire the one heavy PPC.
Locking on.
No armor penetration there. Now, the Shadowhawk does move now. I'm actually surprised we haven't penetrated the armor. We've spread our damage very heavily on that Shadowhawk. Very little clustering going on right now. But that's okay.
Minor damage, Commander.
Need something, Chief?
So the Centurion is planned to respond to the Panther, and that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to position here, and we're going to hit this Panther with standard Midran ammo. Structure exposure, heat sink destruction.
Inflicted heavy damage.
Good to go.
The Hunchback is going to position up here, and we're once again going to fire on that Shadowhawk with triple LRMs.
Affirmative.
That's some clustering there. Nice. That's what we needed.
Enemy down. Getting pretty hot in here.
How's it
Okay,
going?
at this point, the Salamander is going to step forward, and it's mostly going to sink heat, but we're going to do a standard indirect shot on the Archer here. Just the single one. That was a very bad shot, got no damage out of it. Okay,
Negative damage. Repeat. Negative damage.
so phase 15, the Archer is going to move. Fire on the Nidhogg. It's fine. We don't mind. It can do that all at once.
Reporting heavy fire.
This is completely fine.
Waiting for
So the
orders.
Nidhogg is going to, once again, circle around behind the Archer. Yeah, that doesn't quite allow us to turn. We'd have to sprint. So if we're going to sprint, we'll sprint to here.
On the move.
There we go. That's more like it.
Got the angle. Taking the shot.
Additional damage to that Archer. We'll see what the Panther decides to do here. Hilarious.
Hey there.
Centurion is going to move in here, and we can go for a rear arc attack on the Panther. We're going to do exactly that. This is an overheat,
Confirmed.
but it should be fine. One dead Panther.
Enemy down.
Fantastic.
Good to go.
So at this point, the Battle Master is going to position up over here. We're going to fire on this guy. Honestly, we can get away with firing the heavy laser, but I'm just going to sink heat this round. That unjams the Ultra AC-10 as well. We'll see what the Archer decides to do. Shoots down the Nidhogg. I'm okay with this. It's completely fine. So the Awesome is going to sprint up over here. We don't have LOS on the Archer, obviously. So we're mostly just going to move on up.
Heading out.
And I am going to drop Arrow 4s on this guy, though.
Target acquired.
Soften him up a bit. There we go.
Waiting for orders.
The Hunchy is going to move up and sink heat. Centurion is going to move up and sink heat. And the Battle Master is going to move up, but there's no heat to sink here.
Aye, aye.
Okay. The interesting question is, what is the Archer planning to do here? Let's go ahead and drop another pair of Arrow 4s on him. Those were both pretty bad shots, if I'm honest. The Awesome is going to sprint forward up to about here.
Acknowledged.
There we go. And the Archer is going to pop out of cover. Fire on the Battle Master. I like it. This is perfect for us.
Commander?
So at this point, the Hunchback's going to step forward. We know that he's very close to being unsteady, so I'm actually just going to lob a couple of missiles at him in hopes of making him unsteady. Yep, there we go. That's exactly what I wanted for this round.
Ready to get
the Battle Master is going to step into here.
Copy that.
And we can do something like this, but that's hilariously overheating. We'll drop the ER Smalls, I think, and maybe we just do this.
Fire.
That was a lot of damage into that Archer.
How's it going?
The Centurion is going to position here. We also got a head hit there. Are we better off? No, we wouldn't be better off with precision ammo. Upper leg destruction. That may be a knockdown on that Archer. Yep, there it goes.
20 ammo.
I wonder what that'll do to our LOS.
I'm ready.
Looks like it's fine. I'd like to position the Awesome out over here to not block fire from people over here. So we'll go ahead and fire something like this. Honestly, I don't care where we hit. Head is fine.
Confirmed.
And there we go. Pilot incapacitation. A milk run, just as we expected. That one truly was a milk run. Yeah, we lost the Nidhogg, but we also don't care. Now, if we can get those Nidhogg parts scrap for a large amount of cash. So that would be amazing if we can get them. We did get 1.1 million from that, which is huge. Let's see. Archer parts. Yellow Jacket parts. Honestly, I'm going to grab the Archer part. We did get 2 Nidhogg parts out of that. That's great. Those scrap for a large amount, and we will definitely do that next time we are strapped for cash. We'll find out how much this is going to cost to repair, but it is about time to put a cut in here, so as soon as we found that out from Yang, I will go ahead and do that. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings. And let's see what Yang has to say about this. I honestly don't think it's going to cost all that much to repair. Perhaps somewhere around 20,000 C-bills. We didn't take that much. There were a couple of mechs that took decently hard hits in a couple of locations, but it wasn't that bad. That's maybe lowballing it a bit. Yeah, 40k. That's fine. Okay, there we go. And it is time to put that cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I will see you all next time.